Jeremy Sochan is officially moving on to a new chapter with the Portland Trail Blazers. His departure confirms something many fans suspected about the New York Knicks. The front office never viewed him as a real center option. When the Knicks picked up Sochan after San Antonio waived him, people wondered if he could earn a real spot. The young forward brought versatility and defensive grit, but his actual time on the court remained strictly limited. Now Sochan has accepted a training camp contract with Portland. That contract structure proves his market was cold across the league. If New York wanted to keep him as a backup big man, they could have easily matched that offer. Instead, the Knicks chose to let him walk without putting up any fight. That decision highlights a glaring issue on their current roster. New York is heading into the season with serious questions about their depth in the front court. The roster took major hits during free agency this summer. Mitchell Robinson left town to join the Boston Celtics. Young big man Ariel Hukporti packed his bags for the Philadelphia 76ers. Both departures left huge gaps inside. Those roster losses left Karl-Anthony Towns as the only established center on the entire team. The front office acted by signing veteran Andre Drummond. Drummond provides rebounding and toughness, but he is 32 years old. Relying on just 2 centers for an entire regular season is a dangerous game for any title contender. Towns has played plenty of games in recent years, but he still needs support. A deep postseason run places heavy physical demands. This is where Sochan could have filled a valuable niche. Standing 6 feet 8 inches tall, he possesses the length to play power forward. He could also operate as a small ball center in specific fast-paced bench lineups. On nights when Towns needed rest or faced foul trouble, Sochan could have swallowed minutes. He offered quick lateral movement and high energy on defense. But the coaching staff clearly lacked confidence in his center play. During his 16 regular season appearances for New York, Sochan averaged under 7 minutes per game. In the playoffs, his playing time dropped to under 4 minutes. He was practically invisible during key moments. Winning a championship ring with the team was a great achievement for the young forward, but his on-court impact was nearly non-existent. His lack of a reliable jump shot made spacing difficult alongside non-shooters. When San Antonio drafted Sochan 9th overall, they envisioned a versatile playmaker. They even experimented with him at point guard early in his career. But those experiments failed to yield consistent positive results. The Spurs eventually decided to move on from their former lottery pick. When New York claimed him, fans hoped a change of scenery would unlock his raw talent. Instead, his offensive limitations kept him anchored to the bench. Now the Knicks find themselves in an awkward spot without a true third-string center. If Towns or Drummond suffers an injury, the front court becomes dangerously thin. Playing guards or small forwards inside is risky. The front office will likely need to scan the free agent wire or explore early season trades. Finding a capable rim protector on a cheap deal is not easy. Yet leaving the position completely unattended is a massive gamble. Meanwhile, Sochan gets a fresh opportunity to rebuild his NBA career in Portland. The Trail Blazers offer a rebuilding environment with far less pressure. He will battle for one of the final spots on their regular season roster. Portland needs forward depth behind players like Deni Avdija and Toumani Camara. Sochan will have every chance to earn minutes if he shows progress in training camp. A young team gives him room to make mistakes and grow. For New York, letting Sochan walk was a silent statement of priorities. They preferred searching for a true big man over keeping a converted forward. They value size and traditional rim protection over flawed versatility. Defending an NBA title requires a complete roster with 0 obvious weak links. As training camp approaches, the front office must find a real solution inside. Passing on Sochan proves they know exactly what they need. Stay updated on all New York Knicks roster moves, like this video, and subscribe right now. We deliver complete coverage of the defending champions every single week. Let us analyze what a potential center market looks like for the Knicks right now. Free agency still holds a few veteran options searching for minimum contracts, but quality rim protectors usually sign very quickly. Trading for a third-string big man is another viable avenue for the front office. Second-round draft picks or cash considerations can often land an insurance center. Every trade consumes precious roster flexibility. The new salary cap rules make every single roster spot crucial for high-spending teams. The Knicks are operating under strict financial guidelines after securing their stars. Signing cheap contract players is necessary. This financial reality makes the Sochan decision even more revealing. Sochan would have cost almost nothing on a minimum contract. The fact that the team refused to sign him proves their evaluation was strictly functional. They concluded that he could not execute the specific defensive duties required of a center in their system. Protect the rim, clear defensive rebounds, and set hard screens. Sochan struggled in several of those areas. When playing against physical centers, Sochan was often pushed out of position. His agility is an asset on the perimeter, but inside the paint he lacks physical mass. Power forwards and centers easily backed him down. That weakness became obvious whenever coaches tried running small ball lineups. Offenses repeatedly targeted him in isolation near the basket. Defensive rebounds were surrendered at an alarming rate during those stretches. In contrast, Drummond excels at clearing the glass and battling inside. Even in limited minutes, Drummond guarantees elite rebounding numbers. That gives the coaching staff a clear and predictable style of play. Karl-Anthony brings modern offense and high-level perimeter scoring. With Drummond providing physical muscle behind him, the starter and primary backup fit well. But an emergency third option is still mandatory. Consider what happens during a mid-January road trip when fatigue sets in. Towns catches a minor ankle sprain and has to miss 3 straight games. Drummond moves into the starting lineup to handle heavy minutes. Who plays the backup center minutes when Drummond needs a breather? Without a third center on the roster, the defense suffers immensely. Opponents will relentlessly attack the paint against makeshift front-court lineups. That exact hypothetical scenario explains why fans feel nervous about the current setup. Leaving such an obvious hole in the depth chart is unusual for a front office that built a championship roster so carefully. Perhaps Leon Rose and the executive team have a secondary plan already in motion. They might be waiting for waiver cuts at the end of training camp across the league. Many solid veterans become available during October. Patience has been a defining characteristic of this front office over recent years. They rarely rush into signing players who do not fit their exact cultural or tactical requirements. Letting Sochan leave fits that pattern. They chose to keep a roster spot open rather than fill it with a player they did not trust. That disciplined approach helped them win a championship in the first place. They refused to compromise on positional standards. For Sochan, the path ahead in Portland presents a massive personal challenge. At 23 years old, his NBA reputation is at a critical crossroad. Going from a lottery pick to a non-guaranteed deal is humbling. If he fails to secure a spot with the Trailblazers, his NBA career could be in jeopardy. He needs to prove he can impact games without being a burden on offense. Developing a steady corner jump shot is imperative. The Trailblazers offer a fresh start where he can focus on building core skills. With fewer expectations, Sochan can play with freedom and energy. Rebuilding his market value will take consistent effort every single day. Both parties are moving forward in completely different directions now. The Knicks are focused on defending their championship banner at Madison Square Garden. Sochan is fighting simply to keep his place in the league. The departure of Jeremy Sochan closes a short and unusual chapter in franchise history. He leaves with a championship ring but without a permanent home in New York. The business of basketball moves fast for everyone. Now the entire focus shifts back to how the Knicks complete their final roster spots. Will they sign an established veteran center before training camp begins? Or will they enter the regular season taking a massive risk? One thing is certain as opening night draws near. The front office knows that championship repeat efforts leave no room for error. Solving the backup center position remains their most urgent task of the entire summer.